Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's Eric here down here in Fukuoka. Made a little list. The paper got a little messed up. Recycling here. And the question I want to answer today is from a podcast listener. And they wanted to know, should they drive in Japan, or should they make plans to drive in Japan? So I thought I would answer the question with kind of a, this is going to be a random ball of information just thrown at you. Like, we'll just call this a dragon ball, you know, kamehameha right into you, right into your brain, into your cerebellum. But anyways, I kind of broke it down into 6 kind of points to consider if you're going to drive in Japan or not. So first one is time, need, want, money, location, job. Yeah, so six points. First one, time. How long are you going to be in Japan? If you're going to be here about a year, maybe a year and a half, I would say no, don't even worry about it. It's not worth the hassle. Okay. Point 2, need. Do you need the car for your job? For example, the situation I had, I was working in 13 elementary schools. Well, mostly elementary schools, a couple of junior high schools in a peninsula. I don't know if I call it rural, because it's not that far from Fukuoka City, distance-wise, but road-wise, it takes a long time to get there. So I was working 13 schools, and majority of the schools were not even close to the station. And one of them actually I had to take a boat to. So I'd have to drive to the wharf, get on the boat, take the thing, come back, and then drive home, yeah. So some jobs absolutely positively need some kind of mechanized transportation, whether it be scooter, motorcycle, or car. So if you need it, then that negates number 1 for time. And if your job needs it, your job should be helping you, should be paying for it, should be providing it as much as possible. I mean, they'll try it not to, most likely. They don't want to because it's just an extra expense. But if at all possible, you know, call them out on it and say 13 schools, rural area, not even close to the station, and you're not providing me with a scooter or something, you know, I would try to get another assignment from them, or make them pay full gas money, and maybe even help you pay some of the car, or get the car or something, yeah, or pay for your parking, something. I would definitely insist that they do something. Number 3, want. Do you want one? Like for me, from day one, when I wanted to come to Japan, I knew I wanted to get a drift car. I wanted to go to the circuits, race cars. So, you know, within less than 2 years, I had a scooter first. About a year in, I got a scooter just to get used to the roads. And then, you know, 3 or 4 months later, I'm like, okay, I know what I'm doing here. So I got a Skyline, and that was my dream car, to get a Skyline. Then I had a Sylvia, scooter, Skyline, Sylvia 180. And that's just in Japan, yeah. So yeah, those 4. Plus now I got a Toyota Fun Cargo, and I had a Honda Club bike. So I've had multiple sources of mechanical transportation. And so do you want one? If you really want one, if you're into motorsports, or you're into bikes, you like driving, you know, taking day trips driving, then yeah, get one. Why not? Number 4, money. Do you have any money? You need a little bit of cash. It's kind of expensive to drive in Japan. The cars and the bikes are really cheap. Used cars and bikes are dirt cheap. Like, you can get about 100,000 yen, let's do it in US dollars, about $1,000 you can get a good used car, a K car with maybe 1 year of inspection left on it. So you can drive that for a year for about $1,000, give or take. My guy bought my Skyline, was like $3,000, yeah. Really nice Skyline, nicely modified, nice stereo, good air conditioning, everything. $3,000, yeah, for cheap. My Sylvia, $2,000. So you can get really good deals here for used cars. My bike, my scooter, $400 or $500. It's freaking for a Honda DOZX, which is a really fast scooter. So you can get lots and lots of used vehicles for cheap here, dirt cheap. Okay, but then you have the insurance. You got to pay usually the whole year. They usually want you to pay in advance, but there's sometimes you can get around, but most of the time you got to pay You gotta have parking. If they don't have parking, you gotta rent parking. When you're driving, going somewhere, unless it's countryside or a shopping center, usually if you're gonna go downtown or something, you gotta find a place to park, which is expensive. Could be 100 yen for 15 minutes. Could be 100 yen for an hour. You never know. I lost my train of thought here. Inspection, shaken inspection can be 1,000 to 2,000. No, let's say 800 to 2,000 bucks for about 2 years of driving. Then there's road tax, which could be a couple hundred, 200 to 300 to 400 bucks a year. Tolls are expensive. Gas is expensive. So yeah, it's pretty expensive to drive a car. But I mean, teacher's salary, unless you have a lot of debt, it's more than enough, I think. If you can control your finances, it's probably more than enough to afford a car, at least a K car, or even better, just get a scooter. Scooter you can park anywhere. You don't need park. Most of the time you can park anywhere you want on your apartment building if there's a spot. Downtown Tokyo might be a different story, but you can usually find a place or rent a place for next to nothing. I think Tikyo Sam rents a little spot for his scooter. But most time, like, I've never had to rent for my scooter. I've always found a place to park it that no one bothers it, and the landlord doesn't care. So, okay. Location. If you live in the countryside, if you live in like Hokkaido, or if you live in Okinawa, I think a lot of different places you really almost need a car. Like Kumamoto. Correct me if I'm wrong, Tino, back down in Kumamoto. I'm pretty sure you need a car. Kurume. If I mean Kurume Mark, you definitely need a car in Kurume. And let's see, Saga, Daniel and Saga, you need a car there. I live in Okayama, you need a car. You don't need, yeah, I would say you need it to have any kind of fun. But if you live a little bit outside the city, or you want to go anywhere fun like surfing or snowboarding, or go to mountains, to ryokans and onsens and stuff, you want to have a car, Or if you live, like I live near the beach, which is about 45 minutes from Fukuoka, central Fukuoka by train. But I can drive there in like 15-20 minutes on the highway, if I pay. So, yeah, it's hard to say. Some places you really need a car. If you have family, you probably want to get a car or have access to a car just in case something, God forbid, or the gods forbid, or whatever spiritual being you pray to forbid that, something happens, you got to get your kids to the hospital. You'll want some kind of wheels, or access to some kind of wheels. And what else? I think that's it. Time. Do you need? Do you want? Do you have the money, location, and the job? Of course, the job. Yeah. Some jobs it's just necessary. So, well, that's kind of my thoughts. I don't know. If you have any other questions related to should you get a car in Japan, just put them in the description below, or in the comments below, and I'll answer them. I think I'm gonna do another 1 or 2 videos about driving in Japan. The next 1 or 2 will be the cool things about driving in Japan and the bad things about driving in Japan. Or I might combine that and do best 5 and worst 5 things about driving in Japan, something like that. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching, and guys and girls. We'll see you in the next video. Okay, peace.